Meeting Jana and being part of her life has been the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. I know we first started dating, it was April 1998.
I had gone to the hairdressers to get my hair done, and my friend who was one of the hairdressers said, "You're having such a great hair day, let's go out and go dancing." So I agreed to do that, and we went out in downtown Portsmouth. And when we were out there, we ran into Alex and some of his friends. For me, I had only just had conversations, small talk with Alex, and just knew him as the video store man. But I did kind of have a little bit of a crush on him. He was so sweet and kind. So that night we were talking, and Alex said, "How would you like to come back to my house and have a bonfire?" And we spent the night getting to know each other, and I think we talked through most of the night. The next morning, Alex said, "What are you doing this weekend?" And I was like, "Well, it's Easter Sunday. I'm going to church Easter Sunday." He said, "Who are you going with?" And I said, "I'm going by myself." And he said, "I would love to come with you." And so I thought that was a great idea.
Our first date was, we went to church on Easter Sunday, and it seems like from there things just took right off.
We had many adventures too. We would go hiking together. We hiked Mount Washington and Mount Katahdin, the Knife's Edge. Our life was just full of adventure, and things were going along well.
So we dated for 6 months, and then we talked about marriage a little bit, but immediately I knew that Jana was the one for me. There was no questions asked. One of the easiest decisions I ever made in my life.
And it was this was our happy ever after that we were looking for. We were very happy. I just felt, why wait? We both felt, why wait? 3 months later, we were engaged.
So I went over to Jana's parents' house, which was kind of fun, and I asked, Ron, Jana's dad's permission to marry his daughter, and he and Shirley were just ecstatic and gave me a very big yes. That might have been the following weekend or sometime soon after, that we went out to dinner at Lindbergh's over in Portsmouth, and I did the traditional, got down on my knee and asked her to marry me, and she said yes. And it was 6 months and 6 days later from our first date that we got married.
6 months from the day that we started dating, we were to get married. We decided to have a small ceremony with just our closest friends and our closest relatives. It was a beautiful day. It was small, intimate, and just what we wanted.
September of 2020, what a year it's been since then. Jana got a call from her doctor. She hadn't been feeling well, and she was diagnosed with stage 4 ovarian cancer.
Alex has just always been my biggest cheerleader. I couldn't ask for a more compassionate man. I was so scared, and Alex knew how scared I was. And instead of telling me, no, don't talk about that, he instead let me talk and let me cry and let me plan my funeral and let me write my obituary, and never once making me feel like I should not have been doing those things. Like I said, always a support.
Jana was very sick. For those first 2 or 3 months, it was really bad, and we had all the right doctors, but they had to play catch up because the cancer had taken over so much of her.
When I had to go through infusions and I lost all of my hair, I remember one time Alex was bathing me and I looked in the mirror and I said, "You have to cover that mirror because I can't look at myself. This isn't me with all of these scars and no hair." And Alex said, "Look in that mirror." And he looked in the mirror with me and he said, "You're beautiful." That meant so much to me because I didn't feel beautiful, but he was always reminding me that I was still me and that the fight was worth the fight. And it certainly was worth the fight.
We don't know what lies ahead, but we do know that, it's out there, and together we're not afraid of it. We'll deal with it when it comes, and collectively we'll beat it.
So last October for our anniversary, I was very ill, and I said, "Alex, what do you think about renewing our vows if I'm still alive next year?" We had talked about renewing our vows at our 25th wedding anniversary, but with the cancer, we just had no way to know if the 25th anniversary would happen. So I said to Alex a few weeks before our anniversary, "Remember when we said we would renew our vows? Would you still like to renew our vows?" And he said, "Yes." And here we are, renewing our vows for our 23rd wedding anniversary. Alex, 23 years ago, we pledged our vows, not knowing what the future holds, but ready to do it together, for better or worse, in sickness and in health. Our blank page. We have shared so much life, from our silliness with each other, always laughing and teasing, leaving love notes, creating and raising a child, traveling to our special island, family trips, camp weeks, amazing hiking excursions, and so much more. All the things we have gone through, whether difficult or celebrations, these things have woven us closer together. We have persevered through the for better or worse. Although life brings us uncertainty, we will always come out stronger, able to face the hardest of challenges together, and maybe even a miracle that we grow old together. I thank God for this moment to share another anniversary with you. Today, I renew my commitment to you. I see our marriage from an entirely new perspective. I feel like the luckiest woman alive to be married to such a wonderful man. You have brought me so many years of laughter and love. I can't imagine a more compatible partner. I stand here with gratitude, to strive to be the best wife I can be. May we always remember how lucky we are.
Jana, I love you so much. You have made my life so complete. Thank you for loving me and making me your husband. Thank you for always being there, and thank you even more for being here now. You're my best friend, confidant, lover, and partner. Together we have created a safe place in our marriage from the chaos of the rest of the world, and in you, I have found comfort, joy, and peace. I'm delighted today, in the presence of God, to reaffirm my commitment to you, and once again to promise to love you, honor you, comfort you in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, and for better, for worse, as long as we both shall live. I think looking back at where we've been over the 23 years, I think a lot about our wedding vows that we took. And I can honestly say that they apply The part of the wedding vow that says to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. Each piece of that, if you break that down, applies to where we've been. Because I think life is easy if you have a plan, put the plan into motion, and the plan works. Right? That's easy, just following a script. But it's when things don't work, when the plan doesn't work, or the plan breaks. And that's when you have to look at each other. You have to look deep within. Okay, how are we going to get through this one? And I think we both have gone through enough of the good and the bad. And in the end, we're both there together still. We've always had each other's backs. We've never turned on each other in the hard times. And there have been, the hard times were really hard, but we got through them. And you look back at it, you think, how did we ever get through that? And then you go forward. So I look forward, to what's in front of us, because the 23 years behind us has been phenomenal. And I'm so looking forward to the rest of it.